Hey everybody, this is Kevin Davison, your host for Kevin's Korner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective, and this is section number 2 of episode 56. And today I have a first-time vendor on the podcast. His name is Richard Arnold. He's from International Flooring. Say hi to podcast land.
Hello, everyone in the podcast land.
Yeah. So this is Richard. He is a friend of mine. He's also the fiance of a real good friend of mine, whom you guys already know. We're not going to mention her name because we're not going to give her credit in this podcast. It's not her podcast. It's yours, right?
Okay.
All right. So, but everybody knows who she is. Richard here is the owner of International Flooring. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what that is, what your company does?
International Flooring is a flooring material and labor company we support the construction industry. So we have 2 showrooms, one in Houston and one in College Station, a new one we just opened in College Station. And we are strictly business to business. So we work with builders, designers, architects, and realtors. In our products, they can come over and bring their clients for products, whether they're carpet, wood floors, vinyls, and we can just source products for them, or we can do a full turnkey.
Mm-hmm. So when you say business to business, people can't just walk in off the street and get flooring for their house.
They can.
They can.
Yes. So because a lot of people refer us to, but we just don't market to retail. And our showrooms are not retail showrooms. You have to know to go there.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So it's not like there's a big marquee and you advertise it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Why'd you get into the flooring business? How long have you been in? How long have you owned the company?
Shoot, I think like 20 years now, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, shoot,
wow.
Time goes by.
20 years. Why did you get into flooring? What were you doing before this?
I used to be a home builder, and I built a lot of homes for some of the big track home builders, and then I kind of got on my own, and I built about 30, 40 houses on my own. Then I started doing some remodeling, and I didn't like that. So
the whole tone in his voice changed. I didn't like that.
No, because it's a whole different thing. So I love building homes. I love construction. And nothing greater than walk in the driveway of a house you built. That's a really good feeling. But when you're in a remodel, you're not really building a house. You're remodeling a house, and you're in somebody else's home, and they're nagging at you all the time. Yeah. So I don't like that part.
And you're having to do what they want. Not necessarily.
It just took the fun out of construction away from me.
Because people were nagging at you?
Yeah. So.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're not really a people person.
Actually, I am. But no, and they're nagging at me.
Not really nagging
no.
That's funny. So tell us a little about International Flooring.
So kind of got burned out of the whole construction thing, but I'm very knowledgeable in construction. So I decided when I was a builder, I worked with some of the big ones like David Weekley Homes, Plantation Homes. There was a real need for flooring contractors in Houston. Our flooring was done horribly. So I figured, you know what, that's an industry that I can get in. Plus, I like doing things to a higher level than they're presently done. And unfortunately, when you're a builder, since you're dealing with, 200 different items, you can't take each item to perfection because you just don't have the time. So when you do one thing like flooring, then you can take that one item and get it better and better and better, improve all the time. So that's what we do with International Flooring. We are constantly learning. We constantly have, the whole team has a PK, product knowledge, once a week. And we're constantly going to classes in construction, engineering, moisture control, all different classes, constantly learning. So we're not just a flooring store, but builders come to us for advice. They ask us, hey, I have this issue, I have this moisture condition, I got this problem. Remodelers love us because we can help them with a lot of issues that when you're trying to put new floor on a house that's 100 years old, or a new floor that has to match an existing floor that's 40 years old, or stuff like that. We can refinish products. So I love going into those projects and walking the houses with the superintendents and helping them with solutions.
So you don't just sell flooring; you sell advice and experience.
Oh, yes. That's how I keep my clients. My builders have been with me for 12, 15 years.
So, how many? Do you yourself physically do the work, or do you have crews? Do you have contractors? Do they work directly for you? Or they?
Yeah, we have in-house installers, and we also have outside installers, because the market in Houston fluctuates. Yeah, so at one time I might need 7 flooring installers at a time. Right now we're doing about 15 jobs.
Really?
So we need to hire subs, but those subs are subs that have come through an interview process with us, and they have to wear our uniforms. They have to follow all our standards, which is a major difference, because subs, there is flooring standards by the National Wood Flooring Association. The problem is most subs don't know them and don't follow them. They are skillful. They know what to do and they know how to do it. They just don't know the standards.
Right.
So when they work for us, they have to follow those standards, because those are the standards that are going to protect the home builder. Because if that home builder has an issue with the homeowner and he has to go through some form of litigation or something, well, that judge is going to order an inspector, or the lawyers are going to get an inspector. And that inspector, all Houston inspectors get their inspections license from the NWFA, National Wood Flooring Association. So obviously what they're going to do is they're going to look to see if that floor was installed per NWFA standards.
I see.
So if it wasn't, you're in trouble.
Comes back on you.
That's right.
Right. Awesome. So integrity is a big thing with your company.
Yes, yeah. I love construction, and I love the construction managers. It's like a group of really cool people,
How many employees do you guys have between the 2 locations?
12 with
12
the new.
Okay. And what do you think about you? So you're busy right now, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about the future of the real estate market, specifically in your case, the new build?
Well, so we just opened a showroom in College Station.
Yeah.
That place is booming.
Is it really?
Yeah. Brian, oh my God. So there's just too many people moving there. There's not enough building. I'm actually calling my builders that I know from Houston, and I'm saying, hey, man, go check it out.
Right, go there.
And go build some houses over there. So that place is booming. I think in Texas, way growth definitely until I retire.
Now, you're not retiring anytime soon, right? I mean, you're only 23 years old.
I'm looking to retire in about 5 years, but
Okay.
that'll be cool, so that you can still live it up.
So you're business to business. What do you do? How do you promote your business? How do you attract new clients?
So that could be tough in business to business, because the social media doesn't work. Most marketing is done retail, is for the retail. But on the other side, most industries have associations. Like builders have the National Wood Flooring Association. And in over there at College Station, they have Brazos Valley Builders Association. So I joined these associations and I network with them, and we volunteer, we sponsor events and get to know a lot of builders. And that's all helpful, but nothing substitutes just beating the street, just going to construction site, saying hello to the builder, and asking him, about.
Do you have a flooring guy? And here's my card.
Well, I mean, I don't ask if they have a flooring guy, because obviously they do, because we don't build mud huts anymore.
Hey,
So
you
so
know,
they all have flooring.
some guy might start building, hoping he's one's gonna walk up the
Actually,
driveway.
I get lucky sometimes with that.
Yeah.
I went to a bankers meeting, and my banker invited me to it. It's one of those where they kind of try to tell the future.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call those?
Speculators.
No, it's where they're talking about the what they expect the year to be like.
Yeah,
This
They're just kinda
yeah.
predicting.
So, and my banker introduced me. Hey, let me introduce you to this guy. He's a new builder. He just came from California and he's gonna start building in Houston.
Mhm.
So that was great. I met him right there. Started doing his flooring 7 years ago, and I still do all his flooring. He's one of my great clients.
Nice.
Great guy too.
So what's going to be what's coming up in the future for International Flooring? Any new things? Any new changes? Any more locations? What do you guys want to do in the future?
Well, one of the things that we're doing is we're getting more connected with our suppliers.
Mm-hmm.
So we are getting a better direct, I guess you could say more direct with our suppliers' products. As we buy in more and more volume, we're able to buy more direct, manage quality even better, and we're starting to private label products.
I know what that is. I used
What?
to private label when I was in the automotive aftermarket.
Yeah.
So we would buy brake pads from Bendix and put them in our box.
You know, when you start a flooring company, you ask Shaw. Shaw is a major flooring manufacturer. And you ask them, hey, I'd like to sell some of your products. So they basically bully you into, okay, you have to get all these racks.
Mm-hmm.
And they put all these racks of flooring. You ask Mohawk, the same thing. They're going to put all these racks in your showroom. That's what pretty much most wood retailers are. But we are like a boutique. So I open accounts with them, but I don't put any of their racks. I handpick every product. I go to flooring shows, and I handpick every product. So that's what we're doing with our private label. These are products that I know are awesome products, great value, and just as important, they're the exact products that my clients are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you work with builders, you know what they want. You know what the market is looking for. You know the price point. You know the color. I deal with builders that are spec builders. You know, they speculative homes. So they build homes that are not sold.
Right.
So they come to me and they ask me, what should I put? And I'll
really?
tell them
Okay.
exactly what product to put in there. Because, you know, they're builders. They know how to build a whole house, but they're not in tune
They're not
into
designers.
flooring
Yeah.
like I am.
Yeah. Now, do you put, when you private label, is your name on it when it arrives at your place, or do you have to
No, it has to come.
already in your box?
Yeah, it's too difficult. If
Yeah,
you
I
were,
was gonna say.
you have to hire a guy just to be putting stickers and
Exactly.
things.
Yeah,
So that's part of the deal. They had to do it at the factories instead of, like all my glue is private label.
Okay.
So all my buckets come with my name and everything. So
Logo.
yeah, so that means that this is a top-notch glue that you're going to be getting. That is just great because in Houston there's many levels of urethane glues, and only the highest level give you the highest protection of moisture control. Well, so I eliminated the two bottom ones because in Houston it would be crazy not to put a moisture control glue on your subfloor.
Because our air is full of moisture.
And the soil, the saturation from water, because it doesn't flow, you know, that good. But so the thing is, okay, everybody buys a cheap glue because the moisture control glue is more expensive, like 40-50% more expensive. But that's just a marketing plot by the big box stores. In reality, if you buy it directly, you can get it by 5 or 10% more. So I can get that super high quality glue into private label for me and sell it at price. See, if the other trick is this. Those private label manufacturers, because these are humongous manufacturers, they have their own brand. So they're selling their buckets for $350 at the stores. There's no way they're going to allow me to sell it at $250.
No, because you'd be undercutting their price.
I'd be undercutting their value unless it's
Put
private
it in
label.
your box. Yeah. Yeah, because
know.
then they're not getting undercut.
They're not getting undercut.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
private label also allows me to get best market price and be able to offer my builders the best deal.
And then as you do that, your brand grows.
That's true. So there's a lot of good
benefits for
things. Yeah.
private labeling. So if I was a builder looking for a flooring company, and I ran across you or met you or whatever, what do they need to know about you or your company to ensure them choosing you is the right choice for a flooring guy?
Well, one of the things is, like I mentioned, everything we do is per NWFA. So right there, they're getting a safety net that otherwise they might not have. Mm-hmm. Very important. Two is we have multiple crews, mm-hmm. which is important because if you're depending on one flooring guy and you need him, he might be 2 weeks out.
Right.
I can get to him right away. I'm also the showroom. Typically, builders send the client to Home and Decor or some other store,
right.
and then they're buying products, and then the installer has to figure out how to pick it up and get the PO from this guy. Mm-hmm. And you go over there, and the tile is not in this store; it's in the store in Katy. All kinds of issues.
Logistic issues.
Yeah. So with us, the client comes to our showroom. We work with that client. Some clients are easy. They come in and go, I want that. And some clients, oh my God, it's 3, 4, 5 meetings with several samples. But whatever.
If you're the 3 or 4 hour guy, we love you. Just, make a decision.
I actually, sometimes they're like, oh my God, they feel bad because they haven't made a decision. But I always tell them, look, you're talking about a $20,000 decision. So
right.
Take your time.
Yeah,
no big deal. So we work with them. We take care of them. And one of the things we do is we really make them understand what they're buying. Mm-hmm. Because, the most expensive floor is the wrong floor.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
So the best thing is to get the right floor to start with. We deal with all kinds of clients. I mean, one of the questions I ask them right off the bat is this like your forever house or are you selling it in a year? If they tell me, I'm going to be selling
rental property.
Yeah, if I'm selling it in a year, within a year or 2 years, then I tell them, let me pick your color, because mm-hmm. I know what you want to pick for the buyer, for the next buyer, and if they're going with a crazy color, I'm going to try to talk them out of it, mm-hmm. Into picking the right color. But a lot of people have questions about vinyls, laminates, glue downs, floating floors, engineers, solids. So I can help them through all that. Because they get in Google and stuff, and they're even more confused. Oh, my God. So I can help them make all those decisions and give them a product at their price point.
Awesome.
A nice one.
Well, I wish I was a builder because I'd use you for flooring. I'll tell you that right now. So tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Okay, my company's phone number is 713-895-7562, and it's ifhouston.com. That's my email. That's for International Flooring. Houston.com. And I am in Facebook, but no, forget that. I don't really do much with social media.
So call him directly. Or
call me directly.
But you remember, he's got 2 locations, 2 showrooms, one in Houston and one in College Station.
And one in College Station. I love College. I got 2 boys going to A&M.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they've been fleecing me for 4 or 5 years now with A&M tuition. So I figure I go get some of my money back.
Yeah. Go make some money out of the community. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Give me your phone number one more time.
832-282-3073. That's my direct line. 832-282-3073.
Awesome. So this is Richard Arnold, International Flooring. Thank you very much for being on the podcast for the first time. You did a great job.
Thank you for inviting me, Kel.
Yeah, hope you'll come back.
I'd love to come back.
Awesome. So this has been episode number 56 of Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective. Again, I want to thank Jennifer Smitis, the area president, Caitlin Korner, Devin, and Wendy Santana, the escrow officers in both the Sugar Land and Richmond office, our assistants, our processors, and our front desk staff. If you are interested in being on the podcast, give me a call, 832-654-0527, or email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com. And I always have to end my podcast by saying, if you're a real estate agent and you are in the Fort Wayne County area and you are not closing with Stewart Title, shame on you. Give us a call. Give us a try. Until next week, thank you very much. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.